I've been having a rough couple of weeks. I feel like I'm always having a rough couple of weeks. Anyway.
There is a life I lead in this city.
They're not connected.
Hurrying to cut my teeth.
They are connected.
I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy.
Okay, well, now I'm fixed. I thought today I would go through some of my January favorites. There's something a little new, and I've been having a pretty rough January, to be honest. The start of the year has been not so great, but I'm sure that amongst all of the chaos in my head there are some things that I've enjoyed this year so far, and I'm trying, coming off the back of a bad day yesterday, I thought this would be really nice to bring a bit of intention and like conscious, let's say, gratitude and searching around for things that I did enjoy this month, because right now it feels like there's not a lot, but there is, because I wrote them down. Let's begin. This will be this is mostly fiber arts related favorites, but then a couple of just life favorites that I've enjoyed and have made me really happy this month. First up is leg warmers. I've been making mainly leg warmers for like 2 months now, and they've all been commissions, and it's been a very new experience in dordy land, in my business, doing so many commissions. After I'm finished the commissions, I am going to take a small break, because it has been a lot. May have overshot the mark a little bit. They have been small pieces, so I've been like managing them, but it's definitely been more than I expected, which is classic. I can't really gauge. Time blindness is what that's called. But I have been absolutely going off in the leg warmer land. Here's some of the leg warmers I've made this month / December. I can't remember really how long it's been, but I have learnt so much from making leg warmers, and they've really helped me like develop my style. I have a video about leg warmers as studies, which was kind of one of the first revelations I had when I started making them. You can watch that if you want to. I really feel at the moment I'm in this place with wanting to use the kind of like techniques and skills that I've like developed through leg warmers to like evolve them into bigger pieces. And so I really want to start making garments again, like, you know, shirts and jumpers and skirts and pants and whatever the fuck, just to sink my teeth into a longer project for a little while, because I really miss making something bigger. In saying that, segue to favorite number 2. I did make one garment this month, this one here. I finished it right at the start of January, and it was a commission that fell through. I also have a video about this one a few weeks ago, but I really am happy with how this one turned out, and it did give me a brief interval from leg warmers. And it's very comfy, and I am going to put it on my website because it was a commission, and at the moment I'll just keep it for myself, but it will be going on my website in a drop soon. Fibers that I've loved this month. I've been working with a lot of different stuff, but I also have found myself returning to a few of the same yarn brands, because I just really loved working with them, and I love the texture. Let me get one. Oh, yeah, sick name too. This is that Abbey Road The Wind Cries Merino. Pretty funny name. it's a mix of, it's 65% merino wool, 25% alpaca, and then 10% I think microfiber. And I didn't really like it at first. I bought this like for the first time like ages and ages ago, and I started using it for a crochet project, and I hated it because it was like so itchy for like what it was. It was like a fitted thing. Gross. But now I've worked with it for a little bit, I've kind of really become obsessed with it. It's really nice to double up, because it's got a bit of floof in there from, I'm guessing, from the alpaca. It really balances out a leg warmer very nicely. So yes, been loving that. Basically any like fine merino, loving it, because merino is usually like really soft and all that, and so it's very comfy. Unlike, you know how some wool is like really itchy? Gross. Merino, mwah, beautiful. Something else I've been loving this month is like contrasting colors, and like really playing around with making the color palettes on the opposite ends of the color wheel. Pink and green, my favorite. Basically stuff, just colors that really pop together. What I really want to go into after all my commissions are done, I have a piece planned for a bit of a monochrome moment. I never use blue, and over the time of doing leg warmers I have collected a bunch of scrap yarn, and found this really beautiful like blue color palette that I want to make like a piece with, like a sweater top thing, but all using shades of blue, so no other colors, monochrome. Ooh, haven't really done much of that before, and I haven't really used blue that much, so I think it's time for some blue. Okay, I need to be crossing these off because I'm getting confused. Ooh, something that I absolutely loved doing that I want to just exploit the shit out of is ribbons in knit pieces. Ribbons are so cute. I used some pink ribbon that I got from like a secondhand store for these leg warmers. And they work perfectly for a little tying moment, but also just for like embellishments. I've also used, this was not in January, but I've also used ribbon in these. It's the same ribbon in this top, which, I don't know, it's just, I think it's so, it gives it just such a cute little like dainty fairy-like aspect to it. And so my plan is just to collect a bunch of ribbon, and use ribbon in pieces because adorable. I've been reading books again lately. I kind of go in, I think everyone does this, I kind of go in and out of the reading thing, but I've been reading a book. I've been reading The Secret History on my Kindle, and one day I was reading and I was like, oh, I really need to do this commission, but I'm like so enthralled with this story, I need to read. And so I was like, I have the Kindle app on my iPad. I had my iPad up, I'm like, I'm gonna do the reading and knitting thing and just try it. There's no way this is gonna work, this is crazy. I'm not gonna be, that's insane. How am I gonna comprehend a book while I'm knitting? And you'll not believe how simple it is. Like, it feels so natural. I was like reading the knitting because I've been trying to practice like knitting without looking so I can do things like this, and so I was reading and I was knitting, and it's so good if you just have to do like, if you're doing like stockinette in the round and that shit's just like this, and you got a good book that happens to be an ebook, give it a try. It's easier than you think. I was like actually quite shocked. I was just sitting there, I'm like, there's no way I'm doing this right now, and I was literally like taking in the words and the story, and it was making sense. So loving that. Want to do a lot more of that. I do love like physical books, but with the iPad it just sits up there and you just have to do this every now and then. Genius, to be honest. If you love reading, can you send me reading recommendations? Because I really am trying to get back into reading lately and do some things besides knitting in my life, like playing Switch or reading or just doing something else that shows and reinforces my brain that you can stop working and you don't have to be doing it all the time, and there's other things in your life you can enjoy. Also, it's been helping to get to sleep. Has it though? Because like I'll be reading and I'm like, I literally need to sleep, and like starting to get like all, you know, but I'm obsessed with it, but I can't put it down, and then I'm not really getting to sleep. Okay, let's divert over to some non-knitting related things, only a couple. It's something I was talking to my sister about journaling recently, and she used this term I've never heard before, but it's amazing and genius. Commonplace journal. Commonplace journal. That's where you put all your shit. There's no rules. You just... I have a video about this too, by the way. Go watch it. You just put anything and everything in there, and at the start it's like, ew, it's like a lot. The more pages you fill up with shit, it looks so beautiful. And I'm literally almost finished with this. Commonplace journal. Commonplace journaling. Absolutely love it. But on the other end, I also have a non-commonplace journal, which is kind of like still a commonplace journal, like it's some sketches or whatever. But also, I've been writing in this one recently, and it's either like scribbly writing or, and this brings me to my next January fave, writing in capitals. When I was designing my zine, I was writing a lot in capitals because like it looks better for like scribbly writing bits for the pages. And I was writing in capitals and I was like, oh my god, because I always find capitals kind of difficult to write in, because I'm a very messy writer, and also like thinking faster than my hands are writing, so messy script writing honestly works. But capitals look beautiful. That's a pretty sad journal entry. I won't show you it, but and my very last January favorite, gems on your face. This is making me very happy at the moment to decorate myself. I obviously have my eyeliners that I love decorating myself with, but decorating myself with gems is the next level, and it really completes my entire personality. Is there anything else I can add in? Let's wrap it up with some of the goals I have for February that I kind of want to be exploring once my commissions are done. I really want to be doing some more themed drops. I have some like theme ideas of like collections that I really want to do. I really miss like making pieces and then having them in a drop that I've decided to make because I want to make it, not making it for someone else. I love it. I really do love making things for other people, but I really need to make things for myself for a second. And sewing. I'm looking at my sewing machine right now. It's like right there, and I really, really want to use it. I'm just desperate to start sewing, but I cannot start sewing yet because I have stuff to do, and it's really hard for me to exist in two places at once, and if I start entertaining all of the stuff I really want to do, I'll stop doing the things that I have to do, and so it's like I can't think about sewing, and I can't think about all of the beautiful knits I want to make, because I'll just start making them and then everything else will be extended, and I'll be sitting in this uncomfortable place of like obligation and it will feel shitter and shitter when I could just get it done and then move forward. I really struggle with living. This was just a little quick one today. I really just wanted to check in and make a video, and I think that, you know, today I really needed to remind myself of some of the things that I love, in a month that hasn't been so lovable. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next week in our next video, and tell me what some of your January favorites were. Yeah, click the notifications bell so you know when I post. Thank you, love you, bye!